Are you friends with the Liquid guys?
No.
Good. Now we can talk about roster moves for Liquid. What do you think
already-
makes Liquid fine?
Well, I actually, on the last Peaker's Advantage, Thorn said if you put a gun to my head, what would I change about that team to make sure that they win the next major? I said, 1, I would move Stewie to IGL, and 2, I would just replace Nitro with like a real dedicated opera. I said Cirque just because I was trying to think of people in the NA scene, but you know,
Yeah.
if I had a gun, if I had like ultimate power, it'd obviously be like Device or something.
Simple.
You know. Actually, I would probably take ZywOo. Like, to be completely honest, I think that's you just want the like mega consistent guy to find the picks, because that's all Nitro was supposed to do on that team, but he's kind of fallen off in form lately.
I think ZywOo couldn't
so-
play with Liquid.
I think he would do just fine. I think he could play with anybody, to be completely honest. When I watched his
He's
demos
really
back when he
good,
played
yes.
MDL, like he was playing with nothing and he was still owning everybody. So, like,
From what I understand, and what I understand is very limited, though, the atmosphere within Liquid is very much, let's say, quick to sour, quick to turn a little bit negative internally to the game. And from what I understand, again, which is very limited, I've only met the guy once or twice, of ZywOo, I do think he needs to be propped up and hyped up a little bit. I mean, he does need a little bit of that guiding emotionally, because obviously he's a very young player to be able to succeed to the same extent that we have seen him do so time and time again. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I think that there is actually significant potential that I think if you put ZywOo on Team Liquid, I don't think he would be able to perform the same way, especially because he's also very used to everything being perfectly set up for him. Let's not forget that. I mean, I know it's a bit of a meme where all of Vitality is saying, "Oh yeah, we throw flashes for him." I know it's a meme, but there is a grain of truth.
they kind of
to it, I
do,
would
though.
imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. Yeah. No, they do structure it around him a little bit. I honestly think that I think that if I had to pick someone, if I like 100% just for like, you could get anybody in the world to be on Liquid for Nitro. I mean, it's hard to not just pick Simple. Like, it's really hard. To
Okay,
not
let's be realistic though. Plus, I don't think Liquid would play with Simple again, or Simple would play with Liquid again.
Well, I mean, that's okay. Well, like, sure. I mean, then that kind of just throws out a lot of like the hypotheticals in this.
Yeah, I know, but
I
that's a
don't
very
think-
specific bad blood between them.
I don't know. That's like, well, okay. Well, then, I don't know. There's not many offers I could bring up that'd be like, yeah, they wouldn't or would love. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just a lot of like.
If I had to pick something, I would say you replace 2 players from Liquid, and you're bringing in ZywOo with another French player, preferably Alex.
Okay, well, when Thorin did this to me, he only gave me the option for a single roster move. So
Yeah, well, listen, if I was Thorin, I probably wouldn't be sitting here, in all fairness. Hey, let's be realistic. Thorin's a little bit more credible than I am. I am more than happy to move the barriers for the goal. But yeah, I think that's kind of the move for me. Alex and ZywOo to Liquid. In place of, you won't like this, what I'm about to say though. In place of Nitro and Twists.
I don't know. Then you wouldn't have an anchor. Like, this is like the best anchor they have. So I don't know who's supposed to hold bomb sites at that point.
You don't think Naf can do it?
Naf's not really.
Anchor material?
Yeah, he's not really an anchor.
Whoa, look at that. Wait, can we go back to that? Sorry, I'm so sorry, Maui, but this is the golden portal into the next world. Ooh. Wait, go back to it, Observer. Oh. Okay, I was going to do the full. Okay, thank you. Oh, no, never mind. I guess we're not doing this. I think the Observer doesn't want to listen to me do high pitch, just, hallelujah.
Yeah. By the way, what's going on is there's been some VAC authentication issues for some of the players here. And no, it's not Safe, who is VAC banned. It's actually a couple other people. So I think that's just maybe an error that's going around right now on Steam. That sometimes just kind of happens in waves where VAC just can't authenticate people. This is like, for me, this was the most frustrating error that I've ever gotten in the game, because for like 6 to 8 days straight, I was just getting VAC authentication errors, and like 80% of the games I tried joining, it just would kick me out of them immediately. And I found out you could do things with your like registry and like reinstalling the game, or like even reinstalling the entire game didn't fix it for me. It was like you had to go into your registry and delete these specific files, and even when I did that, it only worked for like 24 hours, and then it would get the same error again, and then suddenly I kept doing it, and then suddenly like it just never happened again, and I kind of heard that it wasn't happening to anybody else anymore. So I think it was more like an issue on their end, but like, geez, if that's happening right now, this could potentially take a long, like for the registry thing to update. I remember it literally took my computer like 20 minutes. So I really hope today was looking pretty fast and pretty good, but this might not play well for us.
It's all good. We'll figure it out. I do have to say the carpet shop downstairs is very nice though. Observer, can we look at that again? The carpet shop downstairs. Can we just go around, take a look? Thank you. Like, look at this, man. This is a classic carpet shop. You know, it's underground. You have to go into some shady basement for it, but you find some beautiful carpets. And you can see, so the carpet on the right side, if you go to the very far right side, Observer, the orange one, that's actually, interestingly enough, I kid you not, I saw a carpet almost exactly like that before quarantine in a carpet shop over here. So if I am not mistaken, that's like Persian Indian design style. But it is just an interesting thing to keep in mind how well designed some of these maps are thematically. I don't know what this is, but yeah. Oh,
okay. I think we're gonna get into it. Great. Excellent,
are we?
Excellent.
Lovely. And I even got to get my carpet shop in. Great. What does make a player anchor material, Maui? That's going to be our next filler topic afterwards when we need to figure things out. But right now, Grux has got himself a kit, Grux has got himself a smoke, and Grux has got himself a will to play the game. And I think we've got a pretty obvious will to watch it. Market window smoke coming out from Emmy seems to be the plan for Contact. It is my matchmaking strat, but it does work pretty well in my matchmaking, so why wouldn't it work here? Doppler waiting for them to come through so he can line up some shots. The flashes are good, the flashes are great. Bubble shots are even better. 4 versus 3. Diffuse kit is there, so even if the bomb gets planted, that's not going to be easy. Seth comes in from the sidelines with another quick kill. Orton, though, is actually able to find 2 of his own, and he's in a 1 versus 2. And I really hate to go back to that, and I'm not saying that it happened here, but I just remembered Maui telling me, Orton baits. So left in the 1v2, trying to play for the 4K, can maybe walk away with it. He's got the right angle. He gets the first kill. Can he get the headshot afterwards? It doesn't look like it. Seth will finish him off, and there you have it. Orton can't quite win it out. It is a 1 versus 1, but even so, can't walk away with it.
Yeah, good attempt there. Safe with a nice rotation there. He was at Cat earlier on in this round, but he moves all the way back and is able to play off of his teammate Bubble very well, finding the trade, and that will be the opening round for Smash there. But Contact, after getting the bomb plant there and doing a lot of damage, will be able to buy 3 AKs with head armor. Just Emmy and Letney will be on the Deagles with no utility or even armor. So we'll see if Contact are able to harness that firepower that we have heard so many times. Pretty much every time they play, I feel like I hear about it.
Interesting positioning from Grux coming through, playing from Sandwich over here. That is very much the ultimate one and done, I suppose. But it's also very good against right side smokes if they're being thrown, I suppose. So you can generally keep them at bay for a little while longer, especially if you've got some good supporting flashes from your team to help out. Bubble. Tack down initially. He doesn't quite come out on top in that exchange. He's really re-peaking this hard. Wants to get that kill on the early advantage for the CT side, but I don't know how much more and how much longer he wants to keep doing that, considering they don't have much utility. But He will reposition back off. It looks like it's a B hit again. It's a pinch coming through with rotation time being very long from a few of the players on A. Ships is taking down Bubble. Doppler now has to get multiple kills. He will do so. 1, 2, but not the third. Emmy will take him down. He does take some good damage from Shox in the meanwhile, but Shox is just trying to come through, prevent the bomb from being planted, give themselves some good chances. Letney, however, finishes them off by peeking out wide. It's a 2v2 with Emmy being very low as Grox finally comes in to equalize. Letney still alive with a deagle, and with 20 seconds left on the clock, Smash just have to play the time. Emmy is down. Letney needs to plant the bomb. The second he does so, they will start pushing through. Letney pulls out the bomb, is planting it, repulls the deagle, gets 1 kill, but Grox is there for the trade. Very nicely done as they prevent Contact from getting the bomb plant as well, even though I will say they had quite a few casualties.
Yeah, but it's always hard to have it's nearly impossible to have a clean round when you're up against 3 AKs on a round like that. So coming out with the victory should be pretty nice for Smash. They know that they weathered the storm right there. That's one of the hardest rounds in CS, to just win the what's supposed to be an anti-eco, but is actually really sometimes just favored for the T's, I'd say, at this point. So we'll see if Smash are able to continue, though. Contact with those dangerous deagles. I think the player to watch for me in a round like this would definitely be Esperanto, and we'll see if they're able to find anything here. But Esperanto taken out immediately. Coming out from Underpass will be Ships. This is very odd. Safe missing the timing there, and it actually allows Ships to find another kill as well. Grux has finally put an end to him, but Disco Doppler pressing on forward will be taken down by Emmy. Ooh, overlooking that angle there might cost his team this round here. Contact have full control now towards B. Grux will be rotating through Underpass.
You can see the pressure that Doppler felt over there trying to get information for his team, but in doing so, not clearing that angle will be deadly, and I think that might just lose them the round of a hair. Fortunately, there aren't any M4s recovered in the hands of Contact, or for that matter, too many SMGs either. Letney and Oren, not with the guns, will be gifted one, however, as Oren will take down Grux, and I think that should be it. 2-1, Contact take away the round that you really don't expect them to win, with full deagles and save for Ships, no one even having Kevlar. All coming down to Ships finding that angle, threading the needle, taking down Seth +1 over towards Mitch.
This is really, I don't even know. The timing there for Safe must have just been like perfect, like just absolute worst. Like just the perfectly bad timing for him. Still works out for Ships as he finds a multi-kill on that round. Grux will be playing the balcony, and it looks like Contact are interested in an A play here. Grux will actually take the initiative in this round, though, as he pushes towards Palace, getting a nice kill on Letney. This will make things very difficult for Contact here. It's up to his teammates now, though, to try to stay alive on that side so he can keep up the pressure. Emmy is the only player from Contact not towards A ramp right now, and he is lurking at the bottom of Connector. A difficult position to play it to a T, given that there are so many angles that you can be peeked from at any given time. Grux is already so close to flanking them right now. He hears the smokes coming out, and this should be his cue to strike. He will be able to find the kill onto Otto, and that's the bomb down. There's so much confusion now on the side of Contact. I'm not sure if they were going to be able to come out with this one. Esperanto and Chips do have the best weapons in the server right now, but it's just 2 of them.
Somehow or the other, each one of these teams are bringing it back in rounds that are not supposed to materialize, but that is the beauty of a game like this, where you've got aimers on either side, and those aimers have got some great deagles, some great rifles, and will have the puncher's chance every single time. Maui 3-1, heartbreaking for Contact, and Grux, well, you know what, he's not just breaking hearts, he's breaking skulls, bodies, spirits, and everything else going with it. As long as they're dressed up in that little alien costume, Grux will kill them.
Yeah, but look at the buy once again for Contact. I would again argue that this is probably better than what Smash have in store for us, because they can dictate the fight. So even though that they have that deagle on Ships, I mean, Ships doesn't have to be the first one to swing out or anything like that. He can just be in the pack, or he can just lurk on the side, on the extremity. We'll see if that comes into play, though. Bubble here with one of the weakest weapons in the server, but as we've seen before, the MP9, a very formidable one. For it being so cheap for the CT side, I feel like this is how CT economy is balanced. Just simply the MP9 being as good as it is right now. So we'll see if he's able to make that cheap but effective weapon work for him here. flying through catwalk. We will
Oh.
see where contact end up. It's actually in connector. They are getting a lot of space here.
Ooh, Shox is taken down. Crux needs to step up big, but he expects the push to come in from Palace when he's seen one person falling from A main. Zeph, in the meanwhile, does take down Otto, but it's still a 2 versus 4 that's entirely difficult to actually accomplish, especially when Ships has got information of where Zeph is. Ships is missing shots. Zeph will, however, fall at the end of the day. Doppelin left in the 1 versus 4. Trying to take that long-range duel, eliminate whoever he can. If he can save the AWP moving forward, that would be great. But if not, that is just unfortunate as he does back off. AK-47 to take into the next round. And round after round, we are seeing successive Forcepire victories, it seems like, in Smash. Despite having the MP9, overpowered as it may be at times, they can't quite win that one. And that's actually a really interesting point, Maui, about the MP9 as Ships will finish him off, where you're talking about how the MP9 could be the one offsetting factor. I've never thought about this, but what would you think about a Mag 7 buff to try and offset the CT side, T side, like, I would say disproportionate economical advantage that exists right now?
I don't know if people will ever truly embrace the mag. I mean, it depends what kind of buff, of course. Like, I mean, if it becomes a laser beam that can shoot across the map, yeah, for sure. But I mean, within reason, I don't know if it can. Like, if you increase the damage of it by like 1 damage per pellet or like 2 damage per pellet, yeah, I actually think maybe people would like it a little bit more because then there's a little bit more room for error. You don't have to hit, 4 pellets in their head or whatever the number is in order for you to net a kill. So I've actually never heard any other analyst bring up the fact, actually, that the MP9 is the balancing factor in the economy for CTs. So I'm going to take credit for that one, honestly.
We should make a video on this.
It's really freaking good for 1250. Just saying.
Well, listen,
almost always get a kill.
Yeah, great chance for Letney to get 2 kills, which is quite nice for him, as he finds them jumping up and down in the boost. Bubble will only get 1 kill, and finally it seems like the spree of Forcepire wins will be broken. As I say that, though, Doppelin gets himself a few more kills and makes it very possible. 2v2, actually, sorry, 1v2, and Letney somehow is dead. I don't even know how that happens. Doppelin was just spraying through while he was completely flashbanged in. Letney gifts him the kill. Ships will not do the same. 3 for 3, but it got dangerously close there. Unnecessarily so, I would say.
Doppelin is really good with the FAMAS. I'm learning a lot about how to use this gun as I watch him, because his bursts are pretty much consistently 2-shot bursts no matter what the range. And he kind of like taps it in a way that I'm not really like. People usually want to burst it like a normal rifle, but like kind of like click, 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 clicks. He doesn't like hold the click down. I think this might be a good time though to talk about what makes an anchor player.
Yes,
if we're interested in talking about that. So the thing that great anchors are able to do, such as Swiss, for example, is that you get one piece of cover oftentimes as an anchor, and can you just use your it's like the most raw mechanic ability. Like I think people really undervalue just how hard it is for players like Twists and even coldzera to like just play around that single piece of cover and get like multi-frags and just stay alive. And not only just stay alive, but like it inspires like the perfect amount of fear in their opponents, because usually they'll get one and then they'll start jiggling around it, and then usually by then a teammate will flash for them, and then they can wide swing and get like 1 or 2 more because their aim is so fast. Like, you can't just spray as an anchor. Like, that's the problem with like a lot of people that try to take up the spot. You need to just like burst. You need like 1 to 2 shot bursts, like literally. Like,
ooh,
but Otto only needs 1 shot to find an opening kill right there. 5v4 advantage for contact, and there's still a game at hand. So
we can probably come back to that at another point, at another day, at another life. Seth is trying to find that other life right now, as he's trying to find a few more kills, bring Smash back into it momentum-wise, but with early man being down, contact is really just playing off of defaults, but they are being gifted a few kills off of them. Shox, I don't blame him particularly so in that round, simply because, you know, that is a pick that will happen sometimes. Sometimes a terrorist stopper will just have a good spawn, and he will just kill you. It is unfortunate, but it is true. It's one of the beautiful things of Counter-Strike. Emmy, meanwhile, hoping for a flash to come in, but Grox is repositioned very aggressively far forward. He sees the AWPer, gets 1 and 2. Grox is so very good with that first bullet aim. You know what, Grox might be a good anchor. There you go, I said it. Now, Letney, however, has to be good at penetrating onto the bomb site without 2 of his players. Emmy and Oron on the sidelines. Esperanto and company have to take over this round on their own. Grox repositions, nicely done. Seth as well finds 1, and Chips being blind means that he's no longer got a chance to get much done in this round, as he does get eliminated at the end of the day by Disco Doppler. And there you have it. Grox showing us exactly what Maui was talking about. Some great sprays, some great bursts, sorry, not sprays, and some great first bullet accuracy. Repositions around to get 1 more after that too. Maui, great round to talk about anchors over there.
Yeah, Grux doing a great job. And not only that, but he gets aggressive at the perfect time, knows that when his team was down in a 4v5, he needs to find some kind of advantage for his team, or at least some information. And, you know, when he looks for that information, he finds a couple of kills. Good stuff from him. Now, this is one of the very important rounds in this half. It seems like it's been a very back and forth affair, but finally the money is actually low on both of these teams. But Disco Doppler will be challenged. He's on the bomb site now. He will have to step up as an anchor. Bubble is here to support him, but just maybe overstays his welcome in that position. Good counter smoke though from Disco Doppler, but it actually flashes his teammate. So now actually Safe isn't able to support him in that respect, but Shox, finding some beautiful kills off of Catwalk here, will now be challenged by Esperanto. Esperanto, such a magician with this weapon, with this AK. But will it come into play here, or will Shox continue? And he does. Good stuff from him there. And finally, I think Smash will have a little bit of breathing room on this CT side.
Very rough round for Contact to lose over there. It did seem like when Seth wouldn't be able to back them up, Doppler would end up going down, but he keeps himself alive off the back of some good kills from Shox, and Shox coming in right when he was needed. Very well done by him. Now, however, comes out the difficult round yet again. Contact have got Deagles, and Contact's Deagles are pretty damn good. So, you can't count them out. But hopefully this is where Smash can start building up some banks, start building up their economy, start making sure that the next few rounds are easier for them. Because so far, when you're dealing with full contacts, oh god, not full contacts, I'm not going to use that word, but full defaults that are being thrown out at you time and time and time again, you will not have too many chances to build up your economy, because you will almost always have a few players traded away. And on the CT side, if you're winning with 2 players left alive, you are not making bank. So this is one of the rare few opportunities that they will be afforded. Not just that, but Contact actually have a pretty poor loss bonus. If I'm not wrong, their loss bonus in this round should be at 2,400. And in the next round, you're not going to see them having Molotovs because of that, unless they get a few kills over here or a bomb plant. So this could be the round where you really solidify your lead in a substantive manner.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to do just that. Shox, he was very impressive the last time that they, or it was Grux actually, the last time that they went A, who really impressed us. This time they're kind of switching up their positions. Shox will be playing underneath balcony. He'll be the first point of contact for his team here. Emmy, though, has the angle, but he can't hit the shot. Shox is able to find the first, and now it's really up to him to just stay alive, but he swings wide and finds 3 kills. Okay, well, doesn't seem like Contact were really true with their shots on that round, and Shox was able to reap the rewards of it. So, very good round from Smash. I don't think they took a single casualty, and like you said, they'll be able to solidify their economy moving forward. Contact, on the other hand, not the best buy. I mean, it's going to have AKs in tow, but like you mentioned, there's not a single Molotov. Esperanto doesn't even have a single nade. He might have used the smoke top mid, though, earlier.
I think he smoked mid. He did have 1650 last time, though. Oh, that's actually very big, especially when you consider how little utility they have. Shox, however, makes a lot of noise backing up, which means they know where he is, and Emmy will take him down. Grox, however, trying to trade with 2, will only settle for 1. Bubble, in the meanwhile, with his repositioning, will be able to equalize. Ships is very low. The question is, can Bubble find more? Because no one's going over towards Palace. Trips has already found his way into CT spawn. He's completely cleared that out, so they know this retake is all one-dimensional from jungle and stairs. At most, maybe there's some risk from AK, and that's why you can see Otto cheekily peeking that angle. Doppler does get one with a nade. Seth makes it 2. Otto is left alone versus the same amount. Can he get the job done? No, he can't. Seth peeks out wide. Beautiful shot onto Otto as well. You don't normally see an Oppa getting that aggressive and getting that kill so easily. But he was completely sure of where Otto was. He knew that he was playing from Tetris, not from Cave. So that's just nice to see.
Yeah, good round from Smash right there. And with that contact, they could have actually gone for a buy, but they want full utility. They want it to be a little bit better for themselves. I like that they're showing a little bit of discipline here. With a team like Contact, I feel like I'm just used to seeing them force buy time and time again. But finally, they hold their horses just a little bit in this one and opt for deagles and decent utility. Esperanto won't actually have a lot of money moving into the next round, just enough to, I think, buy every nade, but pretty close. 1,500. Yeah, I think actually that's good enough. That's good enough.
This one deal between Seth and Otto is going to be huge, though, Maui. This is the ultimate game of chicken, where you see Seth beautifully holding the angle out, does not get baited by the ankle, will ignore it completely, takes him down, and that one kill is huge, because now they know there's no one inside Palace, they know they don't have to care about it too much. Bubble can play as safely as he wants to around the stairs area, around Connector. Esperanto, however, has somehow managed to find that B-bomb side open with only Doppler present and ready. He does find the kill, and that should let them have the bomb plant. Can they get more is the question. Can they even get that, as Bubble is being given a great angle to work with? Bomb will be planted, Ships planting it for safe, but 4 versus 3, can Contact get anything more out of it? Ships has picked up an M4, he does have armor, they all have armor, so these duels could be big, but Esperanto misses a shot. Ships and Bubble come through with a 1-2, but unfortunately for Ships, Bubble is the one who has the last punch, and Bubble will be able to take him down. Letney next to fall. Great stuff overall. Good retake coming through, even if they did let Esperanto past.
Yeah, I'm surprised Esperanto didn't go for a little bit more there. You know, just kind of play the waiting game just a little bit. I guess he saw the opportunity, and when you only have 1 kill on the board, you really want that second. Esperanto was 1 in 10 before that round started, and Contact taking some odd positions in the post plant there, very far back at Van, and kind of an odd angle for Esperanto there in front of window. But Smash is able to capitalize, and will they be able to keep it up? Otto doesn't hit the shot through the smoke. Shock's feeling very aggressive in this round, pushing through that one. Esperanto, he will wait in the smoke, but Safe will take down Otto. That's Opper on Opper, and the stand-in for Smash comes out on top.
Well, Shox has been mollied. They know where he is. He's repositioned towards the back of Connector, but it's a very clean angle for the AKs to peek. However, Shox is even cleaner. Gets himself that 1 kill. He was always going to die after that, but that is his job done. He keeps the advantage for the CT side steady. But in the meanwhile, look at where Grux is. He's already moved all the way past towards AK. They know there's no one coming in from there, so it's all up to him stopping that bomb, which is rotating over. And if he does so, this is an easy round for them to walk out on top of. And there you see it. Grux takes it away. Seth even repositions out, repeaks. He doesn't know where Letney is yet. He's got the information now, though, but he will lose his life in the process of getting it. Molotov comes in. Letney's pushed forward. And this should be a very straightforward round for Grux. Great positioning from him. He knows exactly where to be getting himself posted up when he's trying to intercept the bomb. He knows exactly where the rotation is going to be coming in from and when it is. Otherwise, you very often see players trying to move back in to try and back up their Oppa who was inside jungle. Grux knows he can just stay in AK for long enough, because at worst the Oppa dies and you've got yourself a great retake position anyway.
I think he took out the bomb and spawn anyways on top.
No, I mean before that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Otherwise, you see a lot of people just moving back into AK to try and back up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He let him just fight for himself. Let the stand-in just kind of hang out there.
Listen, you're not going to be the one who gets kicked anyway. Your KD doesn't matter. I can get kicked.
Yeah, safe. They're doing a good job, all things considered, though. And Contact will opt for the buy. Otto is a little bit late on the trigger here. Will man, he's so late. That's really odd. But yeah, he busts out the Galil, and now Contact looks like they just want to go for those standard A exec. They know that this op has been kind of owning them. They've been losing a lot of the fights towards middle, and it's a retake A for Smash. They have so much utility, so this might have been a great call for them here because there's really nothing left for Contact now. They have a single smoke and a single flashbang, a great position for Grux, and this may be able to stop the bomb plant. In fact, it's able to get two kills for Grux. Looking for more. Maybe overstaying his welcome there, but it doesn't seem to matter as his teammate is there to support him. In shock, safe. Great peek onto Esperanto. That is so crazy. And he's able to find the kill onto Letney as well. Safe is doing a bang-up job as the stand-in offer. I am very impressed with some of the fights he's taking. That's sometimes what you get as a stand-in. You know that you aren't really confined to the same kinds of setups and strats on the CT side. You get to free roam it a little bit more, and Safe has been looking really good, but so is really everyone else on Smash. I can't really... everyone's pretty much had their rounds. I think Bubble's been kind of the most consistently just finding one kill and not really finding a second, but he's still on 11, so, I mean, he's looking good too. So, Contact, you probably need this round if you want to have a chance in this game here. For probably not enough, given that the stats say that they are a better T-side team than CT side one.
The nice thing about Seth is that I really like how he's contrasted with the style of play that Fate has. And Fate doesn't really get very risky as an opera. He doesn't try to be flashy as an opera. And honestly speaking, I think that sometimes Smash do lack that element of flashiness in terms of, you know, that pop-off element outside of shocks, because Grux is not this consistent pop-off player. He's consistently going to frag, but this is an exceptional performance from him. I have not seen him very often being able to deliver this above and beyond performance. I can always count on him to be very good, but going the extra mile is not always something that I see. But, you know, Seth, so far, I like how it's been. I like how he's generally been postured and everything. So let's see how things go. Grux, once again, great timing on the aggression. He's always known when to get forward. And Shocks now with another kill. And Molotov goes through as well. Great flashbang timing to boot. It'll allow him to reposition, make sure if there's anyone pushing through the Molotov, he can take them down. But with 30 seconds left on the clock and them still having quite a few mollies, I mean, even Grux has a grenade. This was still huge. Grux does fall, though. And now it's up to Seth and Shocks to defend this bomb site. Seth has to come through, and he does. Ships has been taken down. Esperanto and company, no, they can't go towards triple anymore. Great flashbang timing, and Shocks speaks out with it. They've played together perfectly. Shocks and Seth, that positional advantage that they were able to get was just really well done.
Yeah, that was a dominant first half for Smash as they take, what is that? 8 of the last 8 rounds. Oh man, that is it was like a battle for economy in this game. And then once Smash finally took hold and won that breaking point round, I think it was round 8 where they finally strung 2 gun rounds in a row. That just broke Contact for the rest of the half. Just kind of shows that Contact is
Well, you can say it, it's okay.
They're just they just in like real, you know, 5v5, everyone has utility Counter-Strike. They just come up very short. It's like they rely so much on their individuals. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love playing on a team like Contact because I just don't even have to worry about practicing. I would just FPL all day, and I would just make a lot of money because Contact's probably paying you a lot, and then you can pug all day and make more money from FPL. But I just don't get what they do. I brought it up before this game started that I don't understand where they are looking to for their win conditions a lot of the time, and I continue to not see that. Yeah, I mean,
he's 2-14 right now.
You clearly cannot rely on these players to individually always just carry you. Like I think that's what they do, though. I think that's what they actually think is going to happen. I think they think that, Esperanto will pop off, Otto will hit some off shots, and it's like, but like where?
But now you have to keep in mind that all the success they found all of it, up to the point where they were like ranked 14 or ranked 13 in the world. All the success was off the back of Hunter, Nexa, Esperanto.
Yes. Before this iteration of the lineup, yes, it was a different look. In fact, I would praise their strategy at that point in their history. I think they looked pretty good. They looked thorough. They had a deeper map pool. With this lineup, they haven't built beyond 2 maps, just Mirage and Inferno, the puggy, literally FPL maps.
I agree, but that's where I'm saying, like, you know, I'll talk about this after this round in a second. But Shox and company, they've got 1 smoke. Probably should be going over towards connector. Top connector. Does it look like it is? Yeah, it's something around those lines. Esperanto takes down Grox and Shox. He's already doubled up his kill score, and he's going in for more. Otto should be able to clean things up as well, and it's a very straightforward round for Contact, as they do win it out. No bomb planted or anything on those lines. But I was saying, for Contact, the one thing that we also have to keep in mind is that these players have never, well, not all of them, but a lot of them have never had a proper team with like an in-game leader for a long time and whatnot. No disrespect to Nexa, but he's a very different kind of in-game leader, and we've only recently seen him come through in that same way, you know, up in G2. So when you look back at it historically, you know, they kicked Crystal, they found success. They do whatever they want, they find success. And when you're, you know, when 2 or 3 years of your career have been made like that, you really need a very strong leadership figure to be able to pull your stuff together. And I think that's where, I hate to be that guy because I like their coaching staff as people, and, you know, DJL is very new, but I think this is a huge failure of the coaching staff and the organization not recognizing that. Esperanto, however, and meanwhile, will be able to mop up some eco frags. Hopefully that means he'll be having some confidence to pull things back in the CT side. But I think even if they end up winning this, my point still stands.
I want to bring up, on a different tangent, how many people are using A1Ss in this game? I think there's at least 4.
Quite a few.
This is probably the most A1Ss I've seen in
4 years.
a game. Yeah, in a long time. It's really interesting. I kind of get it for some of these players, but also usually you maybe see like 1 or 2 people that are into it in a game. And Otto, trying to find the timing through the smoke, will be unable to do so. And Smash on the offense finally will already have connector control. This is less than 20 seconds in the round, and Grux is in jungle. I am actually just completely bewildered by what the space Contact is allowing right now. I'm
So is Contact.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. I can't believe this is happening right now. Grux even still has his smoke, but actually, you know, Contact bringing it back a little bit there. Ships and Otto find a couple kills apiece, and Safe will push towards jungle right here. Emmy is playing perfectly around the smoke. Safe doesn't recognize the gap right there, and it's actually really turned on its head. Smash only have 2 players left. Shox has 2 flashes that he can support, or that he could have supported Doppelin with, but Doppelin actually going for the big wraparound play. You love to see it. Shox can actually buy a lot of time with these flashes. I would love to see him throw 1 or 2, but Esperanto just caught out to throw the smoke right there. Is on the bomb, but no one is actually defusing. Emmy, though, will recover in time. So Contact somehow miraculously able to recover in that round. I almost feel like Smash were just so perplexed by how much control they had that they didn't know what to do with all of it.
I think the kills that Chips and Otto were able to get in the retake were very important initially when they're able to turn into 3v3, and then that gives Emmy the opportunity to take down Seth. So props to Otto and Chips for being able to pull it together. Chips so far has very much been the star performer, 19 and 13. He ended the first half on 15 kills, which in itself is very, very impressive, but being able to continue that form forward into CT is sometimes even more so. Now Emmy, he's got a chance to get some kills of his own as well as they're jumping in close to him, but Chips and himself should be able to clean everything up easily. Doppelin and Bubble do get 1 apiece, however, so maybe not counting any eggs before they are broken into pieces. Esperanto's gone. So Doppelin left in a 1v3. M4A4 picked up. Flashbangs in his pocket as well, but very likely just going to be an attempt for further damage being dealt. They will have decent money going into the next one regardless. If you can get a kill onto Disco Doppelin, that's great because he can afford a Molotov off the back of that. But of course, it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world with Esperanto holding the angle. He is, and Esperanto will win that one out. No head armor on Disco Doppler means he doesn't even have the chance to get a further few bullets in after being dicked.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, if I had the lost bonus wrong. My bad. He has Molly anyway.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, a good buy coming out from Smash here. Should be able to execute their game plan once again. You saw just how well-oiled, well-run their previous T-side round went on a full gun round. We'll see if they're able to do that again, because they were able to accomplish a lot of space very quickly.
Oh.
Shox taking Esperanto's head off immediately. That was so swift. Flash comes out, and Otto still decides to hold the angle. Another flash, in fact, and he still just stays posted on that. Shox takes him out. Just... It's almost rude that he just kills the blind man who was blind for a very long duration there. That is actually crazy that just Otto sat there while blind for that much time. Emmy, though, might find timing, and he's able to take down Safe, but he is traded in return. Letme has pushed towards ramp, though, and this is where the bomb is actually coming from. This may be an opportunity for him, but Shox, they seem to be aware of this being a possibility, and Letme is not able to capitalize. So this is probably a round victory for Smash, as Ships likely just wants to take that off into the upcoming round.
Well, that's actually exactly the situation I was talking about earlier, which we saw with Grux, is that some players do not have the confidence in themselves and their read, which is understandable. Information is very different on a different level. You know, that was a 4v3, I think, compared to this, where Ships might still be hunted down, actually. Doppler lost out this duel early on versus Esperanto. Can he get a nice jiggle in is the question. Is there going to be a flashbang or so? No, there isn't. But at the very least, Ships will be located. Are they going to be able to bring him down? There's lots of time still left, and they've got quite a decent chunk of money on Shox at the very least. So maybe this is going to be something, or otherwise Ships is just going to get frag after frag after frag of exit kills, and it does seem to be the latter.
Yeah, that's the second time Doppler has been in that situation where he's approaching apartments and he has a flashbang and he doesn't use it despite the intense likelihood that the player is holding him. I kind of just wish he used the flashbang. It's a very small critique that I really am not blaming him for. But Contact are forced to call a timeout off of that. They give the op to their general primary, who is in fact Otto, despite Ships having a pretty great game, all things considered. So interesting switching of the hands on that scoped weapon here. On the other hand, Smash, because of the casualties that they took, Grux won't actually have much utility. This is not as healthy of a buy as you would hope for on an anti-force, where very frequently you wish you had that extra Molotov or even that extra nade at times to just get a kill off of a player who's very peskily just lodged himself onto a bomb site. So I think the player to watch this round will definitely be Otto. What can he accomplish with that op? I kind of labeled him as a bit of a baiter before, and that's oftentimes what we've seen from him on the T side this game thus far, but will he be able to find an opener for his team in this one?
Doppler found so much ground. Like, this is so much space. He's been flashed up. Shox is the one to get the kill, though. Esperanto doesn't check his left side, and as a result of that, misses out on what could have been a few free kills. Letme finds one, but Doppler and Grux, in the meanwhile, have not just found kills, but even the bomb plant will be coming through. And now in a 2 versus 4, yet again, Contact look like they are flummoxed on their CT side. Doppler's got this great angle as well inside of Underpass. If he wants to peek out soon, that would be great. And so it happens, and so Emmy falls. Otton, left versus 3. And I just go, man, I have to go back to my point earlier on. This just seems like a failure on a managerial level. But they can bring it back. I just think, as in general, everything we've seen from them, everything we know about how well funded their team is. I mean, this is a team that has like a Call of Duty slot, an Overwatch League slot, and like crazy amounts of VC behind them. They have. I actually talked to some of their management a few months ago, Maui. They've got people who were very, very high up in the NBA working for them.
Yeah, I don't know with Contact at times. I mean, like, I at least saw a win condition for them outlined in that round. If we want to bring it to that point, though, it's tough to for me to remark too heavily on the organization. I don't know everything. I just kind of have to blame the IGL and the players at the end of the day. Usually, like maybe there is some more stuff in place for them, but it doesn't seem like it's working out. But this round might work out for them. They find 2 opening kills. Grux though is able to take down Letni, and that extra utility now maybe coming into play. Esperanto playing around. Triple is able to take down Safe. He continues and finds a kill on a Grux as well, and Contact stealing around out of nowhere there, taking down Smash, and in doing so, actually take a lot of money away from Smash too. Shocks will be on 3,200, whereas Contact will have a pretty good buy for themselves. Double off will be busted out here.
Excellent state of affairs in that previous round where they're able to actually use the firepower to their fullest. You can see the brilliance in these players individually. You really can. The way they're able to maneuver around certain angles, the way they're able to get certain shots in every single time, they've definitely got what it takes to play at the top level. It's just that little magic glue that sometimes is missing. Otto, however, wants to forget about glue. He wants to forget about everything in that regard. So far, it's just him trying to take a shot. Molly coming into at the side. He gets the kill onto Shocks as he repeats in. He heard his feet burning, and he knows that that is the cue for him to peek out. Grux now has to equalize and save the day. Grenade comes into his feet, doesn't do much damage, if any at all. And even that Molotov will not really be tickling him. Otto backs off in the meanwhile, content with his man advantage, and now in a 5 versus 4.
Ooh, good peek from Esperanto there. Furthers the advantage. 5v3 situation. Bubble now has to find something from Palace. Takes a 1v1 duel against Letni, but does not come out on top there. 2v4 situation. Grux approaching from jungle right now. Otto is very close to him, and Grux is actually able to find that kill. Now, this becomes interesting because Letni is the only person at this A bomb site right now, and he wants to get aggressive. He will push out right now. Ooh, and I think he spotted Safe, but Grux is able to find the trade, and this is a doable 1v2. This is actually still very possible for Grux. He will have to find the ace on the round and finish out this 1v3 situation. He crosses towards site, and Emmy puts an end to that. A nice attempt from Grux, but Contact are able to come out with the win. But a lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, previous round as well, we only saw 2 people save. But Otto, props to him finding the early pick. Very nicely done. Good team play over there between him and the player towards window. Molotov takes down Shocks just a bit. He's able to peek out immediately, get that initial frag. And off the back of that, it seemed like Smash were a bit caught unaware in exactly what to do. Now, though, Grenade goes in deep. Emmy. He has to... Actually, he doesn't really need to come up too big. Chips is behind him as well, but Chips is repositioned really interestingly. He's playing from the back of the site, which gives him a little bit more maneuverability. But up against the pistols, it also brings him much closer. So if you're caught off by that flashbang of Doppler, and then you can be completely wrecked sometimes if the pistols are able to get close enough. Chips now takes that safe far angle with low maneuverability. Gets that first kill. Grux is down. Shocks picks up the AK. It's going to be the good old passing game, as they will have the AK drop down to the floor. However, Emmy with 2 very important kills, and that is basically the round coming down to an end. Esperanto finishes off Bubble 13-11. Smash are 2 rounds away from having their score be equalized.
Yeah, Contact really bringing it back here. Can't remark too heavily on the teamwork, but the individuals now really coming alive. And this was basically the one could win condition I noted when I would watch Contact at Flashpoint, is that it always just felt like, you know, every CT side, you know, they actually can have 3 to 4, 5 even players come alive in a way that just makes it suffocating. And Smash, I think, are finally feeling that. Contact giving them a little bit of breathing room, though, here, as they are the ones that called the tactical timeout here. Maybe they want to change up their approach a little bit, but when you are down in rounds, it's always a little bit tougher to try to pull out kind of an interesting play. We'll see if Smash have any tricks up their own sleeves here. And it looks like a B-heavy default coming out from them. Esperanto missing the jump early on, and he'll be forced off the angle. This might be a cat split of sorts coming out from the Smash side.
Re-smokes, actually, from Smash. They only have one smoke left, and even that's dropped. The shocks will fall. Esperanto and Ships should be able to lock down this B side easily at this point. And a 5 versus 3 with 2 Molotovs, Smash's playbook is suddenly looking a bit shallow on their terrorist side. Again, surprising when you consider the statistics really show us that it should be the other way around. But maybe this is where Seth being the stand-in really starts coming into play, where on the T side is where you are generally going to be most heavily impacted anyhow. Smoke comes in, Sev trying to get that kill. Beautiful stuff. Letney's been brought down immediately. Esperanto's in a great position to refrag, though, if he wants to aggress. It has to be very wary of Doppelin in the background. Now, Doppelin's already had the bomb lost. He can't proceed forward to try and recover it, lest Ships take him down. Ships misses that first shot, and that should give opportunity for one of the players to come out and make a play. And there you have it. Seth takes it away. Esperanto's been brought down, but still bombing in their possession. Will need Ships to fall. Emmy will reposition, still taking the duel, but he will be left with Otto to take it home. 1v1 for Otto, which he wins. I didn't even see Emmy get that second kill, actually. I think it was in the player behind Doppelin.
Yeah, they kind of lined up a catwalk, it looked like. And Contact just barely hanging on in these rounds. I'm not sure what they went over during that timeout, but Smash, we saw the call from them, B split, but Contact, they just had that op in the right place at the right time, and Chips was able to hit the shots as well. So good for them, and Contact looking like they might actually bring it all the way back. Despite all the criticisms we had for them, they are actually poised for a very strong comeback in this one. Smash still have something to say about it, as does Bubble. He finds an opening pick, looking for a second. He really wanted to clear that A-bomb site all by his lonesome, but Letney does recover and take him down. But Disco Doppelin has made his way all the way into jungle at this point. But Ships reads that, takes him down, and it's just 3 players remaining for Smash, and they don't actually have the best positioning. One in connector, safe, making his way all the way back through middle, and Grux, he thinks this is time to strike. He won't actually wait for the split to come out. He'll be pushing out by himself. He takes down Letney, and now Otto is the sole player left on this bomb site here, and he's going to have to come up big. Ooh. Grux just wide swinging him there is taken out, and Otto will be able to continue. Likely will find the remaining frags in this one. Takes down Safe, looking for the last, and he gets shocked as well. Good hold from Otto there. Interesting timings for Smash. They sent not one, but 2 players out the top of Con individually at different times, and where I was criticizing Contact for their lack of cohesion in the first half, I'm starting to see that for Smash.
Yeah. I mean, Smash is very similar to Contact. Let's not beat around the bush. They're almost exactly the same in the sense that they are just a lot of very good fraggers who will occasionally have some decent team play between individuals, but great shot from Seth, and, you know, this is kind of the round which you expect them to win, where, all right, fine, you have your individuals get a great early pick-off. All right, now let's play with that. Let's play with our default. Let's play with our strengths, and straight away. I'm not as critical of Smash because obviously they're not a multi-million-dollar organization the same way. Grux, however, right now sees Ships, takes him down, and Ships tries to aggress out, gets something or the other, but Emmy, well, that flashbang will not be helping Letney out whatsoever. Esperanto is the next one to fall. Emmy is the last one to go down, and Smash clean it up very nicely after they get that one-man advantage. And there you have it. Contact aggressing out a bit too much, perhaps, as they were trying to get information, but Smash was ready to punish.
Yeah, Contact have to call the timeout here. Smash still maintaining the lead in this game, and the timeout likely coming out due to how difficult this is for Contact to solidify their economy. I think they're going to be putting this game all on the line right here, right now. Esperanto buys the Deagle and armor. double op setup for Ships and Otto. Admittedly, both of them have been doing a lot of work with these weapons, so I actually do like this buy, but it really hurts when you're Esperanto and Letni just working with a CZ and a Deagle. That being said, if I wanted anyone in the server to probably have a Deagle, I've seen the most Deagle highlights come out of Esperanto in his years of play, so you know, there is a chance for contact in this one, especially with the weaponry behind it. Smash, I think they may actually read this, though. They, kind of an interesting setup that isn't quite broken down. Shox decides to push on forward, and Emmy finds the kill there. Almost finding the timing is the Opper, but Bubble, he's been a menace at Palace thus far, and he finds another opening frag. 4v4 situation.
Bubble does get dinked, but that is just using the AK to its fullest. Now, the one thing I will take note of is how a lot of teams these days hold. I thought Seth. I don't know why. I just thought Seth was waiting to kill Bubble.
You know, the way that was all positioned, if I were like seeing that they were teammates, I was like, is he gonna no scope him? Like, what is that? Like, yeah, they switch guns. Yeah, that makes sense.
A few teams these days are experimenting with the Deagle on the CT side just as a regular buy because of how powerful it is at close range off angles. But this is where the difference is shown in terms of Esperanto holding that long range angle inside snipers that's where he's playing for information, where maybe normally you would see it holding an angle outside of Palace, you know, closer towards B apartment, something on those lines. So that's just an interesting little difference that, you know, comes into play. I'm not saying it's good or bad, it's just interesting to see. Otto, however, long-range duel has missed initially, and then immediately afterwards, Bubble can just warbang him down. Now, Esperanto, with that Deagle, is on a retake. Doplin's got a great position against this op. Will Ships be able to take him down? Flashbang goes through. Doplin will not be blinded up by it. He backs off. He realizes where Ships is. And off the back of that information, now it's all about defending from Esperanto, who is now taken down. Grux to do the honors, and I think this might very well have to be a save coming through from contact. Ships backs off. Letni would like to have a gun taken forward, but Letni maybe just save at this point. You know, you're not going to be given a gun for free. Even if he gets the gun, I don't think he gets to keep it, is the problem. Doplin is hunting, and Doplin's been infamous for losing these duels in this game, but it seems like even he will be perfectly safe at the end of the day.
I actually... I might have argued for Letni to just get aggressive there, because he will be taking a pistol in the next round anyways. The only thing that now he has that he wouldn't otherwise is a little bit of utility. Because I think okay, so he upgrades to the MP9 off of the fact that he already had body armor. So that does actually impact his buy. That does make a difference. Thought he was just going to keep the CZ anyways and just go for full util, but Esperanto with the aggressive play towards underpass. That's something you usually see with SMGs, maybe an M4, not always with the Deagle. So we'll see if he's able to come out on top, though. Grux will be the one to challenge him. I think Grux is aware of this angle, though. I think he knows that Esperanto is here. I'm not sure how he is so keyed in on it. Yeah, okay, he definitely knows at this point. The Molly will come out, Esperanto swings out, and that's one of the scariest things if you're Grux, though. Swinging Esperanto out of a Molotov, you know, you should have him dead to rights, but I feel like I've seen Esperanto hit faster shots than that before. But still, the man advantage is taken. Contact lose that opening duel, and Smash just have to find a way to convert at this point.
Esperanto's had a very good recovery in the second half. He only got 2 kills towards the end of the first one. 14 now on him, but it might very well be all for them in this particular journey. Doplin moving over. Emmy's got a great shot with the Deagle. Long range onto short. It's a classic, but he can't follow it up yet. Will he be given another chance? Yes, he is, but can't capitalize. Shox with 2 as well. Ships makes his way over. The AWP of Ships has not found anyone in so long, it seems like, and when finally he will have a chance. It is in a retake where things are just generally so unlikely, and it is so unfortunate that he can't be given an opportunity. Even Letni, who saved up from the previous round, will now only be activated in that retake. Ships to fall, Letni in a 1v3, and it will be Grux to close things out. He had a great game all across the board, and he ends it on a high note.
Yeah, good stuff there from Smash. They seem like the team that was very consistently finding the opening duels. Good stuff from Grux, as you mentioned, 28 and 18. Actually, No, by the end of it, I think he had 30 kills. So
Yes.
very, very good round from Grux. Very good performance from him. And as for the rest of Smash, they have to be happy about that as well. On the other hand, Contact will fall to our lower bracket game, which will be coming up later. But coming up next will be the upper bracket BO3. So, any words about that, T-Time?
We'll be back in a bit, I guess. But no, in case anyone's wanting Contact, we'll be playing up against Hard Legion later on. It's a very difficult matchup for them. Yeah, I don't think they make it through that one. I'll be honest. Contact right now. My biggest heartbreak is not. I just wanted to clarify something, which is that the most heartbreaking thing to me is the fact that I know these players are all amazing. Like, they're actually individually some of the most gifted young generation players you will see. North American organizations, I'm sure, would kill for talent like this. You see Envy picking up older players like Mihu and one other player who I can't remember, whoever Envy picked up, the other European player, who are very good. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's not the same as having this young, up-and-coming, huge talent to play for you compared to having someone who's kind of been floundering around at the tier 2 level and always been good, but never tier 1 in the same way. So I just look at this entire project and I say something needs to change. And I'm not even saying it's the lineup. I'm not saying it's, any one player or anything. It's just something's going terribly wrong, and Contact should not be performing like this. And it really is sometimes heartbreaking to see this. And I really just hope that they can bring things together in their game against Hard Legion.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It brings me zero joy to talk about all of the failures of Contact, to all of their faults. I want this team to reach its full potential.
Yes.
But time and time again, I'm consistently disappointed. This is a BO1 on Mirage at the end of the day. So maybe, if this were a BO3, they could have come out on top. But I saw at Flashpoint this kind of same recipe where they just kind of have these little hurrah moments, and they just feel like a very momentum-based team. I've seen them just smash teams that they have almost no business smashing on just one map out of a BO3, but I rarely